Hey everybody, checking in just a little after 3 o'clock here. It's a rainy Sunday and our festival day is rained out. And like most, events today. And so what does that mean? Well, hopefully a lot more people will be home to answer the phone. So we're doing 30 days of 1 hour a day cold calling. Today, I believe, marks our 2 weeks in. So we're just about halfway through. And we're going to continue onward for prospecting for motivated sellers. And we have a mixed bag of follow-ups, new prospects, old leads that have gone cold, offers that were rejected at one point that we'll follow up with, and any other status that is due for a phone call. So with that said, we're going to go ahead, try to rip through a good amount of these prospects here. And let's see what happens. So appreciate you guys joining me. Let's have at it.
Hello?
Hey, is this Rosalind?
Yes.
Hey, Rosalind. My name is Ryan, and you were speaking to myself and also my team member, Joe, a few months ago. Actually, it was back in February about your property on South Logan. And at the time, it looked like we had, potentially an offer that was may have been accepted or whatnot. But then I know you guys decided to hold on to it. We're still looking for property, so I just figured I'd drop you a line, see if anything has changed since the winter.
I never offered to sell anybody my home.
I'm sorry?
I never offered to sell anyone my home.
Oh, wow. Okay, because I have a bunch of notes here. Anyone in the household that maybe Joe would have spoken to?
Not that I'm aware of, no. I don't know where you got that from or where he got that from. No, I never offered to sell my home to anyone.
Oh, my Lord. Okay, because, have notes here from February, and looks like we had, maybe we have the wrong record here, but we have that you have gas heating, no AC. The kitchen was done in the last 5 years with a full remodel. Bathroom is.
So who did he speak to? Did he speak to my husband?
I was going to say that, but I have a text message correspondence, and it says, here we go. Hello, Joseph. I spoke with you yesterday in regards to my home being for sale. I did speak with my husband, and the amount of houses are going for now. I can't afford to move, but thank you for your time.
Oh, you're talking about way back then. Okay, yeah, I saw it. Okay, and now I remember.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Making sure I don't have my wires crossed here.
I remember. No, you're not lying. I'm confused because so many people have been texting me and calling me about trying to sell my home.
Oh, I believe it.
This is selling my home as of yet.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, not at this moment.
All right. No worries. Like I said, well, we're not going anywhere anytime soon. If it's all right with you, I'd love to follow up from time to time. When you're ready to sell, we'd love to obviously revisit this subject at that time. When do you think?
That's fine.
Okay, great. When do you think, like roughly speaking, if you had to take a guess, you think maybe 6 months, a year, 10 years? What do you think we might?
I'm hoping in the next 2 years.
Next 2 years.
I can't hold to that. The way this economy is going, I can't afford to move, so I'll keep what I got for what I'm paying for.
Okay, and let me ask you this: when you say can't afford to move, do you mean like just because the prices are so expensive, or you don't want to rent, or what does that mean?
All of the above. First of all, for the amount of money that I put into my home, you can't offer me enough for it. I know what the prices that I got it for, but at this point in time and place, I know what it's worth.
Right.
But again, for me to move, it's not enough for what you're going to buy my house for.
Okay, understand. Well, the reason why I asked that is because I'm a licensed agent. My associates are also licensed agents. So sometimes if we, encounter a scenario like this and you're saying, hey, I'd love to sell it to you guys, but I need something else, we could work with you to make that, to try to find something else, whether it's to rent or buy, et cetera. But with that being said, with regards to the purchase of the house, where are you at with, what you think that it's worth today that would make sense for you?
Well, in my neighborhood, I think the last house sold for $150.
What was that? 150?
Yes.
Okay, so you think probably somewhere in that ballpark is where you'd be looking?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, let me kind of look at the numbers. I don't know how deep we took a dive into this earlier, but would love to look at that. I'd also obviously would be open to looking at whatever's available. Maybe that might be something of interest if we give you a number you like, but obviously the hang up is, hey, where am I going to live? Maybe we can work something out with that.
Absolutely.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, where are you looking to? Would you like to stay in Trenton, or will you look other areas?
Oh, no, I'm looking to move out into Jersey, period. Point blank, period. I've been here all my life. It's time to go.
Okay, so that may be a slight challenge just because a lot of us are not licensed in the other states. However, I do have associates throughout the country. Where are you thinking that you're moving? Down south somewhere, less taxes?
Wait a minute, hold up 1 second. Something happened to my phone. No, I can't connect to that. Sorry.
No worries.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So what were you saying? I'm sorry. I was trying to get in the vehicle. It's raining. Sorry.
No worries at all. No, I was saying, where are you looking to move? Down south where there's cheaper taxes, or?
That part too, but my husband's from South Carolina, so.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was. Most people go to the Carolinas. It's warmer. It's definitely cheaper than here in NJ. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me go ahead and look at this first. See, hey, if we'd even be kind of in your ballpark, and then if that seems like something we can work with, we'll go ahead. We'll have a conversation about looking at potential other.
I get it, but I still have a child at home that's in private school, so right now that's not an option for me. That's why
okay.
I'm going to have to hold back. I'm not ready to do any of this yet.
Okay, not a problem. I'll tell you what, I'll keep the notes on file. We'll touch base every few months, and just to see where you're at with everything. And then if anything transpires sooner, you could give me a call anytime at this number.
Okay, absolutely.
All right, sounds good, Rosalind. Great talking to you again. My name's Ryan, and we'll definitely be in touch.
Absolutely. Have a great one, Ryan.
All right, you as well. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Another good conversation, friendly lady. Just to give you a little background on this, is that she did accept our offer at one point, but as I just read the message, it looked like, unfortunately, if she were to sell it to us, she has nowhere to go. And you heard a little more insight in which she's saying, hey, I have a child there. So ultimately, I guess roughly 2 years, give or take. But hey, we're going to put it in our follow-up system. Always good to reach out 3, 4, 6 months. Hey, Rosalind, how you doing? Just checking in with you. You still on target for 2 years? Are we looking at sooner, later? And that's how you get future deals done, right? What actions we take today is what's going to feed us in the future. The deals that are closing today are the ones that we put in the work in the previous weeks and months. So we got that one, and let me just update this. Okay. So we'll put this in as far as doing follow-ups. That way, if I come across this months or weeks down the road, we'll know exactly where we left off here. And likewise with anyone from the team, if they were going to go ahead and facilitate it forward, they have enough notes, they have correspondences, just like I saw. The text message that I read was obviously, from back in the day with one of the team members, and notice how it refreshed her memory. So again, it's very important to go ahead and bring up or try to incorporate the past conversation. She had no recollection. I was never selling my house, and I read exactly that text message, and well, it set the pace for a friendly phone call to enable us to reach out in the future. All right, so let's see this one. Looks like they had an asking price. Apparently they decided to keep. And then another message seems that they may have been open. Let's go check this out. Make sure it's still available. All right, so before I give them a call, let's just see if we had an offer amount or an asking price. 140 asking. We didn't have any offer locked in. All right, let's see if my man Sachin is home for a quick convo. Hey, is this Sachin?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me? Hello? Looks like he hung up. Looks like he thinks it's maybe a robocaller.
Hello?
Hey, Sachin, can you hear me?
Hi, yeah.
Oh, okay, great, great. Hey, my name is Ryan. I don't know if you remember speaking to me. We spoke through text all the way back in actually November of last year. And we were speaking on and off about your property on Cherry Street. And I know you decided to keep it in November, and then we touched base a few months later. It seemed like you were on the fence. Long story short, we're actively looking for properties. I just figured I'd drop you a line. I know we talked before. You think you might be open to selling now?
I mean, if we sell, it's going to be the same. If we can't get like 130, 140, something like that, then we're just going to hang on to it.
Okay, yeah, I have that in here for as far as the 130.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, just because for whatever reason, I don't have the beds and baths and repair info. Would you be able to give me that information real fast?
What was that?
The beds and baths, like bedrooms, bathrooms, and
It is 3 bedrooms, 1 bath.
it is a 3-1. Gotcha. Okay, and you're living there, or this is currently rented out?
It's rented out.
It is. All right, got it. Are the tenants paying on time and all that stuff?
They're paying on time, yeah. It's never been an issue. Never hear from them.
Oh, okay.
But we also, yeah.
What do you get a month?
So a month we're getting $12.50. I mean, it could be, it's supposed to be higher, but since we don't really hear from them, we don't.
I gotcha.
We kind of pay them to property manage.
Oh, okay. So that was my next question. When's the last time you've been in a house? Like, I mean, as far as repairs is concerned,
I mean, it had to be like over a year ago.
Okay.
I mean, whoever's living there now kind of updates it, takes care of it. Something goes wrong, they fix it, they repair, like replace the door. They just take care of it, and that's one of the reasons why we kept the rent low.
That makes sense.
So that we can just keep them there, and they can take care of it for us.
Understood. Have they been with you for a while?
What's that? They've been there since a couple of years.
Okay, so about 2-ish years, I guess, right around COVID time.
Whenever we bought it, we had tenants there for like a year or under a year, and then this one's been there since then.
Okay, so a couple of years. All right, that sounds good. Do they all have security deposits?
We do.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. And I'm sorry, you said the top and the bottom. I thought this was a single family house.
What do you mean, the top and bottom?
So I thought you were just saying the top and the bottom. My apologies. I thought you were referring to like 2 separate units, as if it was like a 2-family.
No, it's a single family, but it's 2-story.
Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, just making sure that I don't have the wrong info here. All right, so you guys are at 130. That's an as-is price. I'm assuming quick close and all that fun stuff, right?
Yeah, and again, I mean, we're in no
rush, right?
rush
Okay.
to sell it. We're not looking. We're happy to just hang out to it. So.
Understood. Let me ask you this: am I able to get access if, let's say, we're like, okay, the 130 is something we can work with? Usually, we literally just need 5 to 10 minutes to have one of my guys peek his head in there, just kind of verify condition and stuff. And what we could do is we could come in as a contractor, inspector, just so the tenants are not spooked or anything. Is that something that you think?
That's fine. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, awesome. Well, again, I appreciate it. My name is Ryan. I'll go ahead, run these numbers, and then I should be able to get back to you probably tomorrow sometime.
Yeah. I mean, my numbers probably don't work out for you. So you got to kind of reevaluate the rent.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, but due to we have some money we'd like to put to use, so we're able to kind of, at least right now, kind of pay a little bit of a premium. So that's why I figured, what, maybe we're close on this.
Yeah. I mean, the rent is we're keeping it really low just so it's low maintenance for us. So we don't. I mean, they're dealing with everything that happens, so they don't even let us know. Last time we went in there, we noticed a bunch of upgrades and changes. So we're like, all right, whatever.
Understood.
So we just keep it low.
Yep. No, I get it. That sounds good. Well, I'll tell you, I'm glad that they seem like good tenants taking care of the place. I'll get back to you either way. And before I hang up with you, do you by any chance have any other properties in the area or close by?
Oh, that's the only one.
That is the only one. Okay. Sounds good, Sachin. I appreciate it. Enjoy your Sunday, and I will get back to you sometime tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Thank you. All righty. Call number 2 down. And again, just a little background on this one. So if I'm scrolling through, October is when we first touched base. And he was actually originally at 140. Notice he said 130 or 140. So that tells me there's a little, there's play there, right? A little bit of room to work. Then in October, then later on, November, January, decided, okay, here we go. Later on decided going to keep it. However, we touched base sometime in January. Looked like he was open, but for the same price. And then this was the latest correspondence that we had. So let's go ahead and tag this properly so that we can go ahead and run some evaluations and see if we can make something work. So truth be told, the market in Trenton is pretty, like most areas, is on fire right now. So our buyers as well are paying a lot more than they usually do. So, 3 to 6 months ago was a bit of a different world. So let's go ahead. A lot of these we can reevaluate. Those that were maybe on the borderline may very well be potential deals now. So, all right. So this next one that we popped up here, we're too late on that one. It says coming soon. So this one is listed. You got to avoid that. Again, I'm a licensed agent. So any listed properties, I would have to go directly to the agent. And in which cases we typically avoid listed properties just because there's a lot more competition. I choose to fish in other ponds, and in a hot market, and there's a scarcity of deals, and anything that hits the MLS or you see on Zillow has a lot of outreach to hundreds and thousands, if not millions of people. And those deals per se, if there are true deals, they're gone within hours, or you're going to get a lot of bid wars. I'm not interested in doing bid wars. We have had those in the past, but I'd rather just focus on working with a solution with the seller. And, as you heard yesterday, the one seller in Morristown was saying, hey, I'd like to sell, but I have all these belongings. I don't have the time to go through it. In which case somebody else made the offer of, hey, we'll hire the movers. We'll get the pods. We'll do all that. You don't have to lift a finger, in which case is a big win for him. So the meeting I have scheduled on Wednesday, we'll go ahead, try to discuss what's a win for him in more detail, see if we can provide a better option and hopefully get that deal. So let's see what else we got here. All right. So far, 2 good conversations. Even though we're trying to hit a certain metric for our call count, the reality is we're looking for quality conversations. So far, those 2 conversations were positive. And to me, I'd rather have a handful of them than a ton of calls with hang-ups and, well, I'm not really too interested, or if the price is right and all that stuff. All right. Let's see this guy.
Hello?
Hey, James.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, James, this is Ryan. We spoke through text all the way back in February/March about your property. And, I think we made you an offer or whatnot, and just wanted to follow up with you. We're looking for more properties close to Tioga. And I figured, hey, you know what? Drop you a line, see if things changed on your end. Are you still open to selling by any chance?
Well, you know what? I tell everybody. Now listen, now you're talking about my property. And I see you know a lot about my property. I tell you like I tell anybody, ask me about my property.
All right.
I worked hard. Now listen to me. I worked hard for my property. I worked very hard. It wasn't easy getting it. Now, I put a lot to it. Now, I'm going to tell you the price of one. If you tell me yes or no, I don't want to hear no this and that, this and that. Yes or no. Now, my property, you asked about, I want $169,000. You willing to give me that? Yes or no? Okay, have a nice day.
Okay. James, you there? I didn't expect him to hang on. Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't. I mean, the quick answer is no, unfortunately, because it's not realistic. But if he didn't hang up, I was going to try to see if we could see if what he would really entertain. I believe there's some wiggle room in there, but our offer originally to him was $80K, and so he's obviously 110 above that. We're obviously not going to get, to an agreement. Now, again, I have to review the notes here. There's minimal information on that, so that could have been an $80K, no access. Hey, just drive by. I don't want to tell you anything, so to speak. Again, I don't have anything in the notes with condition, all that fun stuff. The reality is, I would need more information on that. I'd mislead him if I said yes, considering the amount that he's offering. I get it. He gets a lot of calls, et cetera. And the truth is not every homeowner is going to be easy to work with. But I was going to say maybe, but he probably would have hung up anyway. All right. So not motivated. On to the next. Well, let's see what happens. Truth is, I would have liked to discuss a little bit more with him. Maybe he thinks we're not a serious buyer and he's getting a lot of these calls, wasting his time. Hey, yes or no, I'm out of here. That's just how it is. So once these errors start, there we go. Okay. All right, so we got another one. Let's see. Okay, this thing says for rent. It's a nice house. $3,600 a month. All right, we're not going to call them back. They are obviously not motivated. House looks nice. It's currently listed for rent. All right. Some of these are in Tom's River. No motivation here. One of the things that I come across, maybe a lot of new people when they're reading out. The truth is a non-motivated seller is a non-motivated seller. Sometimes people think that they can make them motivated by saying certain things or, certain actions they may take. At the end of the day, if they're truly motivated, it's from other factors. It's nothing that you're going to be able to do or influence or whatnot. So if a person is not motivated, the best you could do is just put them on your follow-up list and not really expect anything. Just hope that, hey, you know what? If something does change and, hopefully the timing will be right, I'll be, the first person they think of once they're ready to execute. Now, again, this is where having a real estate license is an advantage. There's a lot of, debate on that. Should you get your license? Should you not get your license? It's not required whatsoever, especially in real estate investing. However, given that I am a licensed agent and I've been so for, probably 10 plus years, it's just another tool in the toolbox. It's something that we use for when we're listing our own flips. It's obviously something that we can use for MLS access and also offering it to homeowners where, a cash offer is not for everybody. It's really for a certain subset of people. And, for those people that wanted to sell their house but couldn't do so, let's say for a cash deal because it didn't make sense for them. And obviously, we can only pay a certain amount if we're looking for an investment property. Instead of leaving them hanging, well, hey, we have another option that we could offer you. And obviously, if they, liked what we had to offer them and they trusted us to handle their home, then we could obviously facilitate, with a regular listing. So, all right. So we have some. Okay, this guy's price went up since we spoke last. So that's obviously a bit of a common trend that we're seeing. these homeowners that we spoken to a year and change ago had certain prices in mind, weren't interested in selling, and now, market has gone up some more, and they want more money. So that's expected, right? Maybe the motivation is just not there. All right, so a couple of these that I'm flipping through. All right, let's see this one. Let's make sure this is still on. Cool. Let's find our offer. All right, this was a 20K offer or whatnot. All right.
The subscriber you have dialed is not in service.
All right. Oh, that was the number of the person that. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, is this Babajide? Hi, can you hear me? All right, so we're going to try to call back.
Hello?
Hey, is this Babajide?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me? Oh, there we go. I guess there's a problem with my phone. I'm sorry. I was looking for Babajide. Is that you or someone in your household? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Great. I got the right person. So you spoke to my team member Joe back in February and January about your property on Pearl Street, and anyway, we're looking for more properties. I know we weren't able to make a deal at that time, but we're still actively looking. And I figured, hey, I would drop those a line that I spoke to at one point and see, if we could maybe come to another agreement. Are you still looking to sell that property? No, you're not. Okay. When were you thinking? I got you. All right, no worries. Are you thinking like 2 months, 6 months, 10 years? I got you. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, at the time, it looks like in March we made you a 20K offer. I know at that time it didn't work for you. Is that something you think may work for you now? I was saying with the okay. I mean, what if we were to pay your closing costs? I could see if we can do a little better, maybe 22.5. You think something like that would get it done? Okay. All right. All right, I'll tell you. So I'll plug in here 2 months is what you're looking at. If things change beforehand, obviously give me a call at this number. And is there any number though that you have in your mind now that you'd say, hey, I'm just all right, I'll take it at this price, and you guys have it? 45 at that time. Okay, yeah. All right, no worries. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's keep in touch, and we revisit this in a month or two. All right, Bubba Jide. Have a good one. I'm Ryan, by the way, and we'll talk soon. All right, take care. All right. So you guys didn't hear that conversation, unfortunately, because he couldn't hear me. So the long and short of that, just kind of rehashed a little bit on him interested in selling. He basically said, yeah, it's not on the top of my mind right now. It's, I got to wait till a couple other things fall in line first. And he basically said, well, you're at 20K then. Yeah, it sounded a little low. Where are you at now? And I said, I was trying to get a number out of him. Hey, we'll pay your closing costs. We'll pay, maybe a couple extra bucks. But he said he was still looking for 45. So, which I believe was slightly less. In the notes here, I think you were dealing at 50. So, let's see. I'm just going to update this as best as possible. Again, that way, anyone who continues this forward, they have a good idea of the conversation that took place. So, all right. So we got that in there, typo and all. And we'll set this reminder. I would put, again, I always like to follow up sooner. If he's looking to sell in 2 months, I'm following up in a month or a month and a half. Things could change sooner and they may not have you on speed dial. And so I'd rather be proactive. I'd rather a homeowner tell me, because I've encountered both of these. So I'd rather a homeowner say you're calling too much than not calling enough. I've lost out on deals on both ends, but not calling enough certainly stings a lot more. So, all right, let's see. We're 31 minutes in. Hopefully you guys who are hopping on are gaining some value from this. Appreciate you joining in on the journey. And so far, some good conversations. I'm confident out of all the conversations we had so far, we will at least get a deal, perhaps more. But again, right now, we are planting seeds for the future. So far, nobody has to sell yesterday, so to speak. All right, but great answer rate today. So Sundays, I always used to prospect on Sundays. I typically was doing door knocking in Morris County. I would print out an entire list through MapQuest. So I would go to the county clerk office, I'd handwrite them in. Later on, when I brought a laptop there, I was able to type them in Excel, come home and map out all the addresses. Again, these were all pre-foreclosures. And then Sunday, and that's typically after a weekend of partying with my buddies, hungover, who knows, still buzzed, you name it. But I was door knocking, and I refer to that, as other people do, as jumping into the lion's den. So you find out very quickly what to say, what not to say, and how to say it. So that was my experience in cold prospecting. So this is similar. You could conquer a lot more area, if you will, by making phone calls. But you also lose that person-to-person touch, so to speak. So, all right, let's see. All right, let's give him a ring and ding. Doesn't seem like too motivated, but.
Hello?
Hi, is Zachy available, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hi, Zachy. My name's Ryan. You spoke to Joe. He's on my team, and he spoke to you on and off since October last year about your property on West State Street. And I just want.
Oh yeah, I decided not to sell that because we rented that one at a good price now.
You did, yeah. That was why I was following up. I mean, we're still looking for properties, and we want to reach out to those that we almost got to a deal and whatnot. But I just wanted to drop you a line. We actually buy it with tenants in place and all that fun stuff. Is it something you're actively or open to selling, or definitely want to hold on to this one?
No, not right now. Not right now. I'm
All right.
good.
All right, no worries. How long did you set up the lease for?
It's just decided only a few days now.
Oh no, I'm saying like
Huh?
how long are they renting there for a year, for 2 years?
Yeah, for a year now. Yeah.
Okay.
For a year.
Good, good. Do you want me to follow up with you in a year, or do you want me to plug it in for like 10 years?
No, 10 years. We're not even sure anything, and anything can be changed even in 6 months because we are looking forward to purchase different property in elsewhere.
Okay.
Maybe in Florida or something. If we get a good thing, then we'll sell it, but we don't know when.
I get that 100%. I'm glad you said that, because that's exactly what I was going to mention, that, hey, if you don't mind, if I could follow up with you every so often, because I know things could change. If you don't mind, Zakia, if you could keep this number handy, if you get that vacation home or that new home in Florida and you got to make moves real fast, I'm your guy. We can close cash very quickly. We'll make things happen. So if you want to put this number up,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. And what is your name?
My name's Ryan.
Okay, Ryan. Okay. Okay, I'll put the number.
That sounds great. I appreciate it, Zachy, and I'll talk to you every so often. And again, if things change, you put me on speed dial. We can get this thing wrapped up in no time.
Sure. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a great one. Great talking to you.
You too.
All righty. I'll tell you what a difference. I could probably call just on Sundays and probably make, more traction, believe it or not, than some of the week calls. But nonetheless, another friendly lady there. And so no plans on selling. I'm going to narrate this while I type this in. Open to us following up every 6 months. Right, she gets it. She knows something could happen. So right now they're happy. They had a tenant previously with some issues. That was their motivation. Now they have new tenants in there, and obviously not as motivated. However, they let me type this in. Following up every 6 months. But given that they're looking to move to Florida and they just have to find something, well, notice how I told her, if you got to make moves fast, I'm your guy. Because if they got to have this on their mind, oh no, I got to put this on the market, wait for it to sell, deal with finicky home buyers, any potential repairs. How are we going to show it with tenants in there? Oh my God, it's going to be a headache. Well, we could go ahead and make stuff happen rather quickly. So that could be a win. So looking in Florida, once found, will be ready to sell. Try to fix some of them typos. All right, so we're going to tag this one, say to follow up. All right, so we had this for a 2-month follow up. Let's try a 4-month follow up. Every 4 months or so. Let's see how we're doing on the time. 38 minutes. And my bladder is getting a little full. All right. It'll have to wait. Let's see what we got here. Okay. I wonder if we dropped the notes. All right. Looks like we got, this is relatively recent. Spoken to. All right. Yeah, so this is all new. We're going to skip to these guys for now. All right, see, we got notes on this one. Talked back in March, so decided not to sell, and it said call back in the future. All right. Let me just verify a couple things here fast. All right, so she asked 100K and then got Got some cold feet somewhere along the line. So it's been a little bit. We haven't heard from them since early March. Before that was February. February. All right.
Hello?
Hi, is this Sandra? Hi, Sandra.
Who's calling, please?
Hey, Sandra. This is Ryan. I spoke to you quite a few times through text back in February and March. I don't know if you remember speaking to me. We were speaking about your property on Fulton Street, and I know we almost came to a deal, and then I guess things kind of fell through or whatnot. But we're still looking for properties, and I just figured I'd drop you a line to see maybe if now's a good time to sell for you.
Well, I haven't not decided yet at this time.
Okay, still deciding. Okay. Let me ask you this: what's like some of the factors involved to make a decision?
Well, how much are you offering in this area?
So that's a great question. I know when we spoke previously in March, in the notes here, I had that you were looking for 100K and that the property is in great shape. Is that still the case?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'd like to run the numbers again. I believe that was something we could work with. If that, I just wanted to check base with you first just to see, hey, is it available? If it's available, I could go ahead. I'll run the numbers with my team and I can get back to you tomorrow for sure.
Well, how about when I decide I can get back with you?
Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. When just curiosity, when are you thinking though? Like a week or a month or 6 months?
Probably like next month or the month after.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you what. So let's do that. You know what I could do? Do you have caller ID? Is this number popping up on your caller ID?
Yes.
Okay, great. This is my desk phone. So you could put this on your speed dial. I'll also shoot over a text from my cell phone. So you have both the numbers. That way, if something transpires sooner, you can reach out to me. But if you like, I'll go ahead. I have the information on the property. I'll check with my team. I'll get a solid number and I can reach out to you tomorrow. And then if that's something you think that'll work, then we could just set a closing date whenever you're ready.
Can you send a text message?
Yeah, absolutely. You want me to do that right now?
Okay. Yes.
All right, great. So let me get my cell phone. I got a Band-Aid on my one thumb, so let me see if I can type this in without too many typos here. All right, 6-1. All right, I'm just gonna put, hey, it's Ryan. Well, let's hope I'm not texting the wrong person. There you go. Did you get that, Sandra?
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, so that's my cell phone. This is my landline. I'll go ahead. I'm going to speak with the team first thing in the morning, and then I'll get back to you shortly after.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, sounds great. Great talking to you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
All
Bye-bye.
right, take care. All righty then. So lots of offers queued up. So she still wants same price. And I believe we can move this one rather quickly. So let me just say looking. So key with this is I would recommend calling and speaking on the phone. We did have correspondence previously, and then it fell off, right? So she was on the fence for whatever reason. Key is hopefully she's not talking to other buyers. So if we can facilitate this again on the phone moving forward, I want to stay proactive. If I get back to her in the morning with that information, at least want to present it to her, not being in a pushy fashion, but letting her know, hey, we're ready when you are. And obviously she's not ready to go then we'll just kind of just stay in touch and just kind of walk her through or keep us in the loop as we progress. So that is the goal. Let's go ahead. So this is a good one. I don't want to miss that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to update my calendar. All right. So far, lots of good prospects. All right. So this is hopefully a learning lesson. And this is just reiterates to myself as well, right? I always talk about that carrot and stick kind of thing, especially when you're starting off, you're hearing, hey, here's an avenue that you can make, a living off of, and here's how you do it and all that fun stuff. Well, we're in 2 weeks, and some days were very, very activity, and other days you see are very positive like this. When you experience days like today and, the potential for a deal, it motivates you, it keeps you going forward, makes it fun. On the flip side, when you're getting rejected, when you're getting a lot of negative feedback, that could also be demotivating. So it's key to know that and to believe that, hey, that this is possible. You just got to get through those dark days, those slow days, and put in the reps. All right, so let's see this one. Let's see how much time we got. Wow, time is flying. Over 46 minutes in. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, this person's not happy with this. Complete waste of time. So I want to, let's skip to the next. It looks like they went back and forth. They didn't have a number. Then they asked us to give a number, said complete waste of time. Okay. This guy's an agent, so he's not motivated. That's all right. So this one had a rejected offer. This guy had an accepted offer and then decided not to sell in November. Haven't heard from him since November. Let's check. Wow, nothing beyond that. Let's see. He still owns it. The locked-in offer price. Let's see if he had an asking price. Okay, nothing in the notes. This was early. So we started with this system over a year ago, and as we developed certain fields, workflows, etc., things changed. So unfortunately for this, data is missing, but it's within the chat window here. So I'm just reviewing real quick. Lots of this info. All right, so we weren't too far. He was in 80K, and then we were 65. This one should have definitely been followed up more, because again, the area commands more expensive properties. There we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Dominic?
This is.
Hey, Dominic. My name's Ryan. I'm just following up. You were speaking to one of my team members, Joe, back in October about your property on Hancock Street. And I know we didn't come to a deal at that time, but we're actively looking for properties in the area. And I figured we would just reach out to those that we almost had a deal going on and things didn't quite, pan out, and just to see, hey, maybe now's a good time. Are you still open to selling this property?
I mean, I'm open to it, but I'm not going to sell it at a discount.
Right. No, I got you. I think when we spoke last, or the information I have is that it's a 2-bed, 1-bath. It's rented at $1,075 a month. You had a new water heater, new roof. Is all that the same?
It's up to 1,100 now.
Oh, nice. Okay, gotcha. Is she all on time and everything?
Yep.
Okay.
Some of it's rental assistance.
Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. Understood. I think when we spoke, this is back in November of last year, you were at, it looks like 80 and we were at 65.
I mean, I was never at 80.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm up in the high 90s. Yeah, that's why I don't think it's going to work.
God, actually, I apologize. The text message you put, it was low 80s gets it done, but okay. So it sounds like we're a little higher than that.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Cash flow, I can't stop taking it.
I'm sorry. What was that?
It just cash flows too well.
Right. I got you. So what would be the best, price you would give us? Cash deal, quick close, no repairs, no agent commission or any of that stuff.
98. It's going to be too high.
I'm sorry, not 98, you said?
Yeah.
All right. No, listen, we're looking in other areas where, there is opportunity for us to pay a little more. So I don't want to rule it out. I'll plug it in. We'll see what we, come up with. You don't by any chance have any other properties in the area, do you?
I don't.
Okay, got it. All right, no worries. Well, let me just go ahead and run some numbers, see what we come back with, and we'll drop you a line either tomorrow or the next day.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
All right, have a good one, Dominic.
Okay. Bye.
Take care. All righty. So not too motivated. Actually, his his motivation has decreased, hence the increase in asking price. So, all right. All right. Lots of text messages. Let's see how many calls we can get in before we wrap up. We're at 52. Damn, I gotta pee. All right. Let's just update this. Tenants. All right. Let's put a reevaluation on that. All right. Next one. Jesus. All right. So I only see a couple missed calls. See if he still owns this thing. Let's see an asking price locked in here. What the heck did he want? Oh, he wants 120. All right, let's plug that in there. The proper spot. All right. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Jesus.
Yeah, how are you? How you doing?
Good. This is Ryan. I don't think we actually spoke to Joe from my team all the way back in November, actually October of last year. And he was speaking to you about your property on Layler Street. And I know we didn't.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good. So I just wanted to drop you a line because we're actively buying properties in the area. And I figured we would drop those a line that we almost had a deal or maybe had some conversations just to reach back out and see, hey, you know what? Maybe now's a good time for you guys. Are you still open to selling the property?
Well, I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Just to refresh your memory, what I have here in the notes is that back in November, we offered you 90, and it looks like you were at 110, 115-ish.
Yeah, something around there.
Right. So where do you think you are now, as far as price?
Well, like I told you before, this house, 10 years ago, I don't remember when my sister-in-law bought the houses,
Okay.
and she was paying it, but we were giving her the money,
Okay.
Today, I think it was like $85,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's on the record. You can see it, on City of Trent in the City Hall. You will see the record. But
So you bought it from your sister-in-law for about 85K.
correct.
Oh, okay, got it. So, okay, so we were obviously a little bit away. We were at 90. You were at 110. I mean, do you think does 100 get it done? You think?
Honestly, I think I was thinking more like a 110.
110. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me run some numbers. Are you currently there, or it's currently rented? I don't see that in my notes right now.
I have my family there.
Okay. If I needed access, that's okay. You can. I mean, my guys would only need like 5 or 10 minutes max if they needed it. Is that possible?
Not a problem.
Okay.
Just let me know when you're coming over, so maybe I'll be around or I can go.
Yeah, it would be one of my guys, but I'll just obviously let you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to double check though, that's a 2-bed, 1.5 bath, and you're at 1,300. I guess is what the rent was being paid by family, or?
Yes.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. I'll tell you what. Let me go ahead and run some numbers again, and then either I will get back to you or someone from my team will get back to you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Just let me know, like I say, because I'm always
Yeah, we won't do anything. We'll call you, and if it looks good, then we'll arrange with you to get access.
Yeah, you can send me a text before you call me so that I know you're gonna call me.
Okay, actually, what I'll do now, I'm gonna send you a text message now, just so you have my number. And here, ready? Hang on 1 second, Jesus. I'm gonna shoot it over so you get it.
On this same time.
690. I'm gonna just put, hey, it's Ryan, the house buying guy. All right, so I'm shooting this out now. Let me know if you got that, Jesus.
I got it.
All right, awesome. Sounds good. I'll go ahead. I'll get back to you first thing in the morning after I talk to the team. And if it's something that we can work with, we'll go ahead and arrange access with you.
Yeah, we can come up with good numbers, like I say, because I'm trying to get another property somewhere around here, but
Oh, okay.
I definitely, if I get rid of them, I can buy some of the properties where I think it's gonna be a good thing for me.
Right. I'm sorry. When you say get rid of them, do you have other properties as well you're looking to sell?
Well, I like I say, it was 113 and 115. But we're gonna go with 115 right now.
Okay. Well, no worries. If hopefully we'll work out something with 115, and then maybe we can work out something on the other one. All right.
Okay.
One more question for you. If we work out a deal, your family is okay, because we don't want to evict anyone. Are you have good relations with them and all that, or is this going to be something where?
Yeah, that would be fine. I mean, you keep renting the house, to them, you can make a contract with them. I don't know how you guys deal with that. I don't know if you guys buy the houses for rent or other kind of businesses. I don't know.
So that's a good question. So we do buy them with tenants in place. If they have good rental history and all that stuff, we could keep them in place if they're paying, proper market rent. But obviously if they're not paying and they're not the best tenants, then it's other arrangements. But we could cross that bridge when it comes. Let me go ahead evaluate this, and then I'll give you a call tomorrow, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, definitely.
All right, sounds good,
Yeah,
Jesus. All right, you got it. Have a great one.
Bye.
All right, so lots of good conversations today. Lots of seeds. Well, not only seeds planted, but we have hair looks like my garbage. Appreciate you guys joining me today. I just seen myself here. Anyway, we have a good amount of lined up meetings. So with that said, let's see. We just hit the hour mark, and we're going to wrap up for today. Appreciate you guys joining me on the journey. Lots of action the past few days, which is good. And we will see you tomorrow, most likely in the afternoon. We're going to continue another 2 weeks of cold calling an hour a day for 30 days. And just want to mention or reiterate, those that are looking to get in real estate, one deal is really all you need to get a different life trajectory, right? Would one deal change your life? Would 5,000, 7,000, 10,000, would that have a big impact and change your life? So I'm going to sign off here. Do something with this hair. Hope you guys are doing awesome.